Alright, what's up? It's Rover here, and because I haven't had that much to post on this channel lately, I'm just going to be showing some tutorials and other stuff on here now. And basically, I'm going to be showing how to change spoken word into a melodic sounding kind of autotune. So look, this is spoken word because my friend, he doesn't really know how to sing too well, so he just uses spoken word and doesn't even really rap either. It's literally just spoken word like this.
She's coming back, saying I was a cow. Like, wow, why are you doing this? Hold on, you called me a cow for no reason. Like,
So you see how this sounds, right? I changed it from that to this.
Why you doing this? You got me a million bucks, no you're showing. Why you doing this for? Why you put my emotions over ground?
Okay, so you're probably wondering how I'd even do that, because like when you listen to this, obviously it doesn't sound
why are you doing this?
like it doesn't. You see how it's kind of on point there. You see like how much of a difference it is. It's crazy, right? I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to do that. So basically, you want to get the key of the beat, whatever you're using, of course, and I recommend TuneBat. There's also audio keychains. Some of them aren't as accurate as what they can be. It's not always going to be the key that you think it is. It's going to be maybe a key that's close to it. But you can usually end up finding the key. If neither of them work, just try to find the key on your own. Hopefully you'll realize which one it is. And once you get that into play, if you have Autotune Evo, if you don't have it, you can usually find like a drive link to it and download it. And basically, there's a feature in Autotune Evo that has a transpose feature, and this pitches up your vocals, and not only pitches it up, but also changes the way that it's sung, basically, because it sounds way different once you pitch it up or high. It's like, you know how like a piano key works, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, and whatever. Like it's bringing it up key by key by key instead of just staying the simple key it's at, but it still stays in this key, you know. So this transpose button is what is mostly needed. So basically you want to experiment, try and hear what you see how it sounds a bit better, well, not better, but you know, it sounds different. You want to keep messing with it until you find one that's more of a singing type that would work on that beat.
She's calling me back, saying I was a cow. Like, wow, why you doing this?
So for this original beat, because I'm gonna put it here instead again. For this original beat right here, this is the original speed, right? And if you listen to it, you see how it's a little more like melodic now. But you see there's a little bit of off puts, like that wow right here. You see this wow? You just basically select it, and depending on how the vocal is, you might want to lower it. And since it doesn't work that way, then you might want to either put it higher or lower. But you don't want to make it like completely different from the vocal that is there, because it makes it sound a bit weird. So usually doing it by 1 or -1 or 2 or -2, if you can do that, is your best bet. So as you can tell, that didn't really work either. So we're just going to keep messing with it until we find one that works. And as you can tell, like, it's not that good, but it sounds more in line with the beat than that wow was before. You see how much of a difference it makes compared to the original, right? You see it, how it sounded a lot better the way that I had it instead of that way. So you look for those key points in the area, and then sometimes you might think, well, I don't really want my voice to be that high pitched or anything. Like, it's kind of weird, I understand, because a lot of people don't really like their voice to be that. But the simple solution to this is what I did here. Is, as you can tell, that was a different beat from when I had it in the beginning, which is changed. And if you're wondering how I did that in Audacity, there's a feature in Audacity that you can change speed at, and it'll just it'll change the sound of it and the speed of it, the tempo, to where it'll slow it down and also change the pitch at a correct tone to where, because change tempo if you don't know, it doesn't always calculate it accurately. It messes with the tempo a bit sometimes and doesn't really translate the beat to where it's supposed to be. So I slowed it down by slowing this one down by 14, but whatever vocal you result at, just try and figure out where your normal voice is. And this still isn't his normal voice, but this is close to his normal voice instead. But we can try and find his normal voice right now. And if you ever wanted to speed it back up, you could always try and use the change tempo, but it's probably best you just keep it the way this is. That might be like the most normal to his voice, but as I said, you could just speed it up to whatever tempo the rest of the beat is. But as you can tell, it doesn't always come out the way that you would think it would come out, so it's not always the best idea. But this does make your sound more melodic just by spoken word itself, and you don't really need to necessarily sing to get this effect to work. As you can tell, this one was just spoken word, and I hope it helps some people to figure out how to make music without having that much knowledge on vocals, and it's kind of a good way to start out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.